You want to make more money? Send more email. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to write a killer email follow-up sequence. And here's why you should write a killer email follow-up sequence. Email equals money. Don't take my word for it. Check this out. According to HubSpot, for every $1 people spend on email marketing, they get $40 back. That's a 4,000% ROI. So here's what we're going to do. In this video, we're going to make an email sequence to follow up with your leads, and we're going to use AI. And we're going to do it using a tool called ojoy.ai. So this is important. The way we do this properly is we're going to have these 3 simple steps. Thing number 1 is we want to talk to it. Instead of typing prompts and stuff, you just talk to it. You can type, but it's easier if you talk to it. Thing number 2 is it's going to ask us a lot of questions and stuff. Answer them as best as you can. But if you don't want to, or if stuff you don't want to deal with, you can just say move on to the next question or change the whole direction of your conversation. And thing number 3, and this is huge, this will change the game for you, is let AI, it doesn't matter what you're using, let AI write the rough draft of your stuff first and then try to make it sound cool. It'll save you so much time. And we're going to do that right now. So we're over here at ojoy.ai. I'm in Project Shepherd, and I want to build a follow-up sequence for ojoy.ai itself. So here's the website for it. It's got, this is a really good video, actually shows you how to use it really well. So it's got this cool video on it, and then it's got some copy. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to tell Project Shepherd, okay, listen, I need you to write me an email follow-up sequence for people who visited my website and who did not take a trial. And I'm just going to paste some information below that tells you about what I'm selling. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that video that's right here on Ojoy, right? Because it's mostly, there's pretty good sales copy on here, but it's mostly video on this. And I'm just going to take the transcripts and I'm going to paste them right here. I'll put them in quotes. There we go. All right. So what's going to happen is Ojoy is going to read all of this, and it's going to ask me a lot of questions. All right. And you can just skip the questions if you want to or not, but I'm going to answer them. Now, notice how cool this tool is. It already, because I've been talking to it, it already says, I've noticed from your explanation that you have a very engaging, straightforward way of communicating. Would you like the emails to mirror the style? I'm going to say yes, but probably I'm going to need it to make the emails even cooler, which is easy to do. So yes, please go ahead and do that. And notice how I'm talking to you now, right in the same way that I've been talking to you throughout this entire conversation. Now that's a really good trick with Ojoy, is if you talk to it, it will learn how you talk, and it'll write like you talk. So, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, cool. So instead of writing the whole thing for me, it's all right, cool, man. Let me write, 1 for you. And this looks pretty good. So now check this out. All right. I like my emails to be a little bit harder hitting. So one of the cool things you can do with Ojoy is you can actually give it a sample of a writing that you want it to write if you have some emails that you like and you like that style and tone or whatever, you can just say, hey, here's some stuff that sounds cool. Write it and make it sound like this. I'm going to do that right now. So check this out. Okay, I'm going to give you some samples of my emails. I'll paste them below. I want you to read all of them and then just let me know you understand my writing style, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I've copied these things. I'm just going to paste them in. There they all are right there. And we're going to let it tell me that it understands, the way I write. Okay, so it wrote it, and it's done a pretty good job. Actually, I like this. Obviously, we would never say, hey there, in an email, but it doesn't know what to say. So obviously we would put your first name or something. I'm not really concerned about that. This is good because these are people who asked for information about AI. They haven't necessarily gone to ojoy.ai yet. And this is all pretty solid. It's actually very solid. I would totally write this and I would actually use this, but let's kick it up a notch. Okay. So check this out. Okay. That sounds pretty good. I want you to make it sound even more like me. Make it slightly well, not slightly more aggressive, but just make it really focus on the benefits. Go through the description that I pasted for you earlier when I gave you the whole description of what Ojoy is all about at the very beginning of our conversation. That was actually the transcripts of a video that's on the homepage of ojoy.ai. So like read all of that, understand like how beneficial and how cool it is, and then make that email just slightly more conversational, make it sound a little bit more like me. And you can even model the way we're talking now, and kablamo. It did it. And so this is important. Like you want to let it write some stuff first and then tweak it, So I gave it some samples and then I just tweaked it a little bit. You saw when I pulled it, just like talking to it like a real person. But now this one's solid. All right. This is like really, really good. So I'm going to say, that was perfect. Write me the rest of the sequence. Just go ahead and write the entire thing. This is great. And now it's going to knock out 7 days worth of emails for me. And I just cut and paste them in my email thingy and use them as follow-ups. And we've already seen, while I was doing that work, we've already seen what happens. Look, we had 621 people. Didn't even go to ojoy.ai. They just asked me for AI information on social media in the first 2 weeks of March right here. All right. And then during that time period, 29 of them went to ojoy.ai and they took a trial. If I wasn't continuously following up with them, I would have missed out on these 13 additional people that took a trial between March 16th and May 12th. Now remember, these are people, these guys that took a trial right here, this is from that same little group of people that became leads in the first 2 weeks of March. They're like, everything's from that group. So we've got a total now because of follow-up, 29 plus 13, math is not an exact science, 42. We're pushing close to 10% of the leads became buyers, and not quite, like maybe 8% or whatever. Let's see what this thing wrote for us. Okay, while it's writing, I'll go ahead and paste it in a Google Doc. I'm just going to take our first email, paste it in there, and now it is writing the rest of them. So I'm just going to come over here and grab the rest of them and paste them down here. And now I can mess around with it if I want to, but I can add it to my email thingy and we are gold. So let's check out some of these subject lines, by the way. Like this is really good copy. And I'm telling you, email equals money. Like that HubSpot report is the same thing every year. However, the 4,000% ROI is the highest I've ever heard. It's usually like 3,800% ROI. Anyway, look, writer's block, I found something hilarious. You know what's funny about writer's block? It's not a real thing. Stay with me. See, you don't get talker's block. That's freaking amazing. All right. That we've taken the angle that you don't have to type with Ojoy. Like you can, but you don't have to. We've taken that angle and it just knew how to like turn this into something that's relatable. You don't get talker's block, which is totally true when you're just having a conversation about something you know. That's why I created Ojoy to work the way it does. Dude, this is ridiculously cool. So that's how you get emails done. You could agonize over it. You could drive yourself crazy. You could try all this ridiculous stuff on ChatGPT, or you could just use Ojoy and talk to it and then just let it write an email sequence for you. And obviously I'm biased, but I strongly recommend the second option for you, because the more email you send, the more you'll sell. End of story. Okay. Thanks for watching this. Go to ojoy.ai, take a free trial. I think you'll really like it. It works really well. All right. Take it easy.